If you've had any new idea, new opportunity, something new, a change in some way, or just a new thing come up for you, this will be a good time to lean into it, because it wasn't a coincidence. Because you may try to talk yourself out of it because you're just scared, or you're nervous, or it's new, or you think you're going to fail. This opportunity, this idea wouldn't have come to you if it wasn't for you. So don't talk yourself out of it. Know that it happened in divine timing. It was kind of like God saying, like, here you go. Let's see what you're going to do with that. Let's see if she or he are actually going to like take this new opportunity. Or they're going to be so scared because it is new and it's unfamiliar, which is actually the catalyst to change and you actually getting to something. This is a new moon in Sagittarius. The energy of Sagittarius represents freedom to explore new territory, new things that will grow you. I will be doing something new, and you guys will be learning about that really soon. Starting December 1st, I'm going to be going live every day of December. I know you guys are already rolling your eyes. I want to give you guys a platform to just maybe share your story or ask a question, that you need guidance on, or something around those lines. Just have conversations. If you had to think about what you would like your life to look like in the next 6 months, which would be, I believe, starting today will be May 20th, I believe. So from now until May 20th, on May 20th, think about where you would want to be in life. What would you have wanted to accomplish? How do you want to feel? What do you want your life to look like? I would advise you to take this weekend, today, tomorrow, but this weekend, to really be intentional about what you want your life to look like in the next 6 months. And be specific. Like, start off with maybe 3 to 5 things that you want to accomplish. And aim big. Don't limit yourself. Don't doubt yourself. But once you do that, I want you to think about it, but I also want you to write it down. Because when you write it down, you're bringing it to life. It's the start of it. When you write it down, you're proclaiming it. You're like, okay, it's written down. That is the start to something, to it being a possibility. Because you write it down and you're starting to get the feelings of it. Okay, this is what I want to do. In 6 months, by May 20th or by May, I want to have this new job. And so you write, once again, you can write one thing, or you can write like 3 things or 5 things. And maybe 1 being your most important thing and 2 your second most important thing, or whatever, or they all can be important. So after you write it down, then I want you to think about what are the steps that you need to do to make this thing or these things happen. And then I want you to think about what you can do every day that is taking a baby step towards that thing. Not how you can get to that thing super fast, as fast as you can, and overwork yourself to where you burn out and then you end up not getting the thing. I want you to see what are the little baby steps that you can take every day to get you closer to that thing. So maybe it's researching, because you don't really know how you're going to get to that. But maybe you need to look it up. Look up how I can create a business or something, whatever it is. How can I, The internet is your friend. There's so much out there. I mean, we even have AI at this point. We have ChatGPT. We have Gemini. There's so many. There's no excuses. The information is out there. if you don't have people in your life that can help guide you to that and give you advice. So I want you to like think about, the little things, like even if it comes to like, I don't know, the easiest thing is like maybe eating healthier. And or maybe like a fitness goal, and then you kind of just think about like what are the steps every day that you can take to get you closer to that, and that you need to like little action steps. So yeah, and then after that, I will, this is a very important step that's, that may seem not as important, but really sit down and take time to, after you've done all that, to visualize the feeling of achieving that. Then close your eyes and imagine yourself walking in to that new job that you wanted. And imagine the feeling, the joy of that new job that you just feel. Imagine yourself jumping up and down and thanking God and or whatever, or yourself, and just feeling so happy and crying because you're so overjoyed, and you know that that job is going to give you the financial security that you have wanted for so long. And you're also happy that job is something that you actually find fulfillment in, and it's something that you actually enjoy. It's it's fulfilling for you. And I just want you to imagine that joy and that feeling, because that is bringing those feelings to reality. And that is how you create the life that you want. It starts in here first. I know that sounds really silly, but it does. The difference between you and someone who has the things that you want is that they didn't doubt themselves of getting that thing. They proclaimed that they wanted that thing. They figured out how they can achieve it, or they took little steps every day to get to that thing. They were consistent. They didn't get discouraged in the face of challenge, because you are going to be met with challenges that are personal and maybe outside of you. And you cannot let that deter you. You may have setbacks, but then you may need to, you may, may have a rough day or week, and, but you don't let that discourage you. You still get back on track. So I say all this to say, because today, astrologically speaking, in astrology, it's a really good day, a good time to be intentional, very intentional about something new that you want to happen in your life. And in astrology, there are days that is like good energy to do something, and there's days where the energy isn't that like best to do something, and you should actually like rest, or just there's just certain things. So today is what astrologers call a new moon, and it's in the sign of Sagittarius. So it's a new moon in Sagittarius. Moon represents our feelings and our emotions. It's what you need to feel physically and emotionally fulfilled, nurtured, taken care of. So right now we may be having feelings, whether you believe in astrology or not. This week or this weekend, you may be having feelings of like wanting to do something new, or something new happening, or you need to do something new, or a new opportunity came to you, or maybe a new idea you had. Or maybe you were having a conversation with someone, or you heard someone spark something, just a new perspective or a new thing. And you get this feeling of like, this is something new that I could do, or, but that sometimes we miss that. Or maybe once again, it depends on like how like self-aware you are. Um, but if you've had any like new idea, new opportunity, um, something new, a change in some way, or just a new thing come up for you, will be a good time to lean into it because it wasn't a coincidence. And this new thing now, we go to back to, I said this is a new moon in Sagittarius. So whatever sign that the moon is in is going to characterize our feelings around this new thing. So the sign that it's in is Sagittarius. The energy of Sagittarius represents freedom. The freedom is one of the biggest words. Freedom to explore new territory, new things that will grow you. Sagittarius people, or people with a lot of Sagittarius energy, want to be able to explore the world or new things so they can learn and use that knowledge that they have gained from new experiences, from meeting new people from different backgrounds and different cultures, traveling to new places, experiencing new things, having expanding their mind in a different way through like astrology or just spirituality or anything like that, to grow them. Growth is a big word when you think a big word that identifies with Sagittarius energy. And growth through like exploring new things, okay? So that is like a big theme. So maybe this new thing is maybe a little bit out of our comfort zone. It's out of our territory, our familiar territory. So therefore it may seem kind of like scary, but it's something that we need to gain a new perspective in some way. Maybe we haven't been doing something. Maybe we've been doing something in the same way and expecting new results, So this new opportunity has is opening ourselves up to looking at something from a different perspective that is needed, because it's going to get us to where we've been trying to go. So this is kind of like the little theme that I have. Like growth. Another thing is Sagittarius energy is very like looks at life as like very lighthearted. Doesn't like to be too serious, which is why they're able to just kind of roam and explore, and be lighthearted about it and just have a good time. That too, which I feel like that energy helps Sagittarius people be able to like have luck and like have more luck, because Sagittarius energy is just a lucky energy. They seem to be able to like get what they want if they put their mind to it. And I think it's because of that like open, lighthearted, joyful energy, because they are open to when you're like lighthearted and you're like just in like a good vibes and you're just kind of like not taking life so seriously per se, then you are open to, you're not rigid or being stuck in a certain way. You're open to like trying something new. And life as I've talked about this, I'm sure, like when you need to you cannot grow if you're just doing the same thing, obviously. And also you can't gain insight when you're just so rigid and stuck and being so serious about everything. So I think it opens you up, like being lighthearted and like even like having more of a good time and just not taking life so seriously. It opens you up to new energy, which provide new experiences because you're being more open to like, let me do this new thing. This opportunity came up or this idea. Let me just give it a try. Let me stop being so serious and rigid and stuck in my way. And let me just not take things so seriously. Let me just go see. Okay, fine. Let's see what this is about, And you do it and it actually, you meet somebody that literally that provided the connections you needed to get to this new job or something like that. But you wouldn't have if you would have been like stuck in your way and rigid and didn't want to do something new because it was new. I don't know. So yeah, that is kind of the energy right now. 1 second, I need to go pee. Okay, so I am going to read something that I wrote down after I meditated today. Because as an astrologer / I don't even know what you would call it. I'm going to use the phrase that my friend uses, metaphysical practitioner, to where you just know, you get guidance. You get guidance to be able to share it with others, if that makes sense. Okay. We'll talk about it at another time, but every time I meditate, and I meditate intentionally so I can kind of connect to the collective energy or something like that. If I go into my meditation being intentional, then like certain things will come up in my mind. And then after I finish my meditation, I'll write it down. And through the past couple years, I've realized, or past year really, I've started to like notice this happening more. And then I started to like look at the current astrology and like it'll connect to the current astrology, or it'll connect to some, cards that I pull. And so that's where I've started to really like realize that I've been like growing this, like my intuition more, I guess you would say. And that's how I've been able to give people readings, just through like without even astrology or looking at their chart. I can give them, readings through tarot or oracle cards, which I use oracle more often than tarot, but I still like to combine both, even though I'm still kind of learning about tarot, because tarot is different than oracle. That's another conversation. But anyways, I'm gonna read to you what I gather, what came to me after my meditation. It's probably gonna be repeating some of the things that I kind of just said, because I kind of was gonna just try to remember it, but then I was like, you know what, I'll just read it. And then after that, I'm gonna pull some cards to finish off your guidance for today, for this new moon energy. Okay, so let's see what I wrote. Okay, so I said freedom. Free yourself from what has been holding you back. Free yourself from what has been holding you down. Somewhere in your life, you've been held back, or maybe holding yourself back. You've been doing the same thing, expecting different results. This is a chance for you to choose the path of growth, explore something new, have new experiences. This is the path of, the path of growth looks like having new experiences, exploring a new territory to gain a different point of view, a different perspective, to see things from a different angle. It seems as if you've been looking at something from the same tired angle, and you are learning nothing. But and then you've also been stuck. Or then I said, but you've been stuck there, getting no results. Free yourself from staying in the same place for too long, doing the same thing for too long, which has caused you to either be stuck, stagnant, or in a cycle of making the same mistakes over and over again. This something new that you could do would be the thing that will help to break this cycle. You need to do something new, like I just said. I tend to repeat myself often, sorry, because I'm just writing whatever comes down, so I'm not really like seeing if it makes sense or if it connects or whatever. So I said connect with new people who come, it says, let me go back to, you need to do something new, learn something new, experience something new, connect with new people who come from different backgrounds or different places, that will provide you, or let's just say they will provide you a different perspective. New insight. I don't know why I wrote that, but that's just what came to me. New inspiration. That's what you needed all along. So I'm assuming this is the feeling that you will get if you did that new thing. You'll feel like, wow, this is a new insight, new inspiration, which is what I needed all along. Then what you learn and then take what you learn and apply. Wait, then when you, sorry. Okay. I'm also, like I said, I write really fast, so I don't even really be understanding my writing afterwards, because I just try to write fast so it can, like, I don't forget what came to me throughout my meditation. I said, then what you learn and apply, you can maybe pass along to someone else who needs it. And then the alternative, the other thing, because there may be people who this resonates with, but then there's another side of it, that another group of people, if you don't resonate with that, then maybe you've been the one that's been on your like growth journey, or like exploring, and you've been doing all of these things and learning new things and blah, 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 blah. So now maybe it's time for you to do something with all of that knowledge that you have been accumulating. And the other thing about Sagittarius energy is teaching. And I think I mentioned that when I was talking a few minutes earlier. Like, either, like, I feel like Sagittarius energy, like a lot of Sagittarius are known to be teachers, or like even like pastors, and just certain things like that, because they are like the seekers, and they also value the truth. So you know, they're often called the truth seekers and the explorers of the world, because they go and gain knowledge to be able to teach at some point in different scales. Maybe you decide to teach on a bigger scale, or maybe you just are the one that you help people in your family through what you've learned. Or your friend group, you're the one that helps people through your friend group or whatever. But it shows that if you've been on the other end and you've actually been, you know, doing new things, learning, growing yourself. Now it's maybe time to kind of think about like how you can use what you've learned to help others and to teach in some sort of way. Perhaps, once again, on a big scale or a small scale, you can start a channel, or start talking, or start a course, or do something, you know, use that, or maybe like share it with someone else or something. So yeah, that's what has come up. So now I'm going to pull some cards and to wrap this all up, and let's see what we get. I'm going to shuffle them first. Okay. All right. So actually, instead of having you guys just sit there and wait for me to do, we're going to see what came out. Okay. So the first card that came out was listen to your heart. So this means to listen more to what you feel about this than what others feel. Or like, and also like listen to your heart. If your heart is telling you that you should do this, but your mind is resisting it because it's, the problem with this is why you should not listen to your mind. You should not listen to not listen to your mind. You should not listen to your thoughts, okay? Because a lot of the times your thoughts could come from so many other places that could be limiting you. A lot of times it's limiting you. It could be with fears, clogged up with fears and worry and worst case scenarios and what if scenarios that is not realistic. But your heart will tell you, like, it'll be like you want to experience it, you want to do it. It seems like it resonates. It seems like it would be like a good thing, but then your mind starts to get in the way and clouds that. So that's how you can like think yourself out of doing something that is actually good for you because my camera keeps my space keeps filling up on my camera. But yeah, so the problem is a lot of the times when we get these like new inspirations, it sparks something within us, right? But then, like I said, when you sit with that for too long, then this starts to creep up. Oh my gosh, what if, or maybe not, or actually that's not a good idea, or if I do this, what will happen? I've never done this before, I don't know about this, or what would this person think, or da 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 da. Okay, and that's what can limit you a lot. So it's actually telling you to like listen to your heart, which is funny because the moon connects to your heart, which is about your feelings and your body. So listen to that. Don't let this get in your way. Okay. And you can also hear, you can't hear this if you're not still. So I would really consider taking 5 minutes, getting away from everybody if you can. Or maybe you just know it and you feel it and you kind of already know what I'm talking about by me saying this. But if you need more clarity, go outside and go for a walk by yourself. Go step away and go into a room by yourself. And for at least 5 minutes. I mean, you could do 5, 10, 20, 30 if you can. And just be in silence and ask out loud, what should I do? Or should I do this? And the first thing that comes to you, yes or no, a question. The first thing that, ask yourself that yes or no question. Should I do this? The first thing that comes to you that you feel that you get like a yes, you're going to get a yes or a no, or and trust that because that's your heart telling you. And I would just say probably do that a little bit. Like, for instance, for me, like if I were to be like listening to my, like trying to tune in to my heart because I feel like my mind is all over the place, or I'm worried about other people's opinion or something like that, I will come and sit down and I'll take a few deep breaths in, inhale through my nose, exhale through my mouth. I'll probably do that 3 to 4 times. And that kind of like quiets the mind chatter a little bit and centers me to my heart. That connects me to my heart. And then I know for me, I don't know, like physical touch is important for me in some way to connect for me, to help me connect to my body. So then I'll literally put my hand on my heart and ask, should I ... or is this ... right for me? And whatever comes up, like whatever whatever, you'll like get a feeling, or you'll hear like a yes or a no. And it'll be like a light one perhaps, or something like, just trust what comes up. And even if something doesn't come up right then and there, just know, keep your eye open over the next few days. And if you are being conscious, something will come up to give you that answer. Okay. whether that's once again, it could be a conversation that you have with somebody, or maybe a podcast that you listen to, or a YouTube video. Or if you, a lot of times, sometimes I'll turn on my phone and I'll open Instagram up, and there will be a post literally like saying something that resonates with me, or even through we were watching this video, So anyways, the next one is to decide. So this one is like, all right, you know what you need to do. You know that you actually need to do that new thing that came up, but you need to decide. You can't be like iffy about it, like, because the thing is, if you believe in a higher power and that kind of thing, know that a higher power can't help you if you are undecided. There can't be any like movement and like guidance for you to get to that new thing or experience that new thing or whatever that's going to come from you doing that new thing. There can't be a go if you're undecided. So you have to decide and stick to that, and then know that the universe, God, higher power will help you along the way. Okay, will be with you and guide you through that. So yeah. Should I pull a tarot card? Let's see. All right, yay, something came out pretty quick. Let's see what it was. Ooh, the Empress. Okay, so this is already okay. I'm familiar with this card. It's a card about creativity. Okay, so there's something. There's something creative or something where you need to create. It's kind of like, once again, how do you want? Going back to the first question, like how can you create the life that you want? What are the steps that you need to take? What does the life that you want even look like? Knowing that you can create it. And this is like the first step with the new moon, you setting your intentions, you figuring out like what are you going to do every day, putting that into your schedule, your daily routine to take little steps to get there. That's you slowly creating the life that you want or the thing that you're trying to get to. And what will help with this creative energy coming out into you creating something. It doesn't have to be like art or something astral creative. It's like you creating something. You being in nature would be really a good idea. Like having times to like be in nature or dancing. That's just the energy, which I feel, this is an astrology speaking. I feel like that's that Mars and Leo coming through, because Mars in Leo, which is the energy of actually acting on something, means that you want to like also be like a leader in it. Like lead, don't be a follower. So lead, don't follow others or what other people want you to do. Trust what you want to do for yourself and what feels right, and be honest with what feels right, because you may try to talk yourself out of it because you're just scared or you're nervous or it's new or you think you're going to fail or all that stuff like that. And it's like, this opportunity, this idea wouldn't have come to you if it wasn't for you. So don't talk yourself out of it. Know that it happened in divine timing, truly, and it was meant for you. It was kind of like God saying like, here you go. Let's see what you're going to do with that. Let's see if she or he are actually going to like take this new opportunity, or they're going to be so scared because it is new and it's unfamiliar, which is actually the catalyst to change and you actually getting to something. So once again, there it is. There's your new moon in Sagittarius reading. Free yourself is the theme. I feel I've been getting this. Like I got earlier this morning, I was listening to the random song popped up by Fantasia, Free Yourself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. Okay, I'm so bad when I try to listen to but that song, like, free yourself. What has been holding you down? Probably yourself in a lot of ways, because you are resisting something new. Like, you have been resisting. We talked about this last new moon. Last new moon was being comfortable with being uncomfortable, I think, or something around those lines, maybe. Now it's okay. Now that you are open a little bit to change, hopefully, do something new. Something new. There's something new. There's some new opportunities, new ideas, new something for you. Take it. Okay? Don't repeat the same cycles. Okay? Because you're going to just be hitting your head up against the wall. And I'm talking to myself too, because a new idea came for me, a new thing that I heard while I was listening to my Gary Vee videos. And yeah, I was like, I could do that. But what the freak? Like, how would I even start? I don't even know how to do this. Is something different, blah, blah, blah. But that's this. Can't listen to this. It came to me. I felt connected to it. Like, I was like, wow, that's actually not a bad idea. And so I'm going to challenge myself to do it. Even though I'm nervous about it and I don't know where this is going to go. And this is new, but hey, it came to me like a couple of days ago. And, yeah. And then I looked up and I realized that, oh, hey, the new moon is today. So I'm like, wow. This was my new moon thing. This was my thing. So take some time to journal. I would just say, like, write down your thoughts. Meditate if you can. Try something new. Do something new. I challenge you to do something new in the next couple of days or maybe week. I will be doing something new. And you guys will be learning about that really soon. If you haven't already. So, or actually, am I going to be talking about it right now? All right, so I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm sorry that I have not been active in the comment section. I haven't been engaging at all, and it's because I needed some time to just create without the influence of outside opinions, even if it's positive, because I am still getting over, like, the need to feel validated and all these feelings. Like, I just wanted to just be able to create and, like, post and figure out what was the flow of what I wanted to do before I, like, connected to the, like, you guys, because that is one of my favorite things about posting. I mean, my literal soul wants to connect with other people. That is literally, like, what I know I'm here for. I've been brought into this world. Like, I just want to, like, have conversations and talk and connect and motivate each other and all that good stuff. But I just really needed to first figure out, what does Jess want? I feel like I have some sort of idea now. And, like, obviously I've talked about, like, how I want to be able to, like, express my, the things that I'm, like, passionate about, like spiritual wellness, like astrology, like beauty, and all that stuff. And that's very important. But there's one, like, a very, very, very important thing, and that's to connect with like-minded people, and help others, and have conversations. I think that social media was created, it literally is called social media, to socialize and interact. And I do feel that it has changed. And some for the good and some for not the best. I'm pro social media. I know a lot of people have a lot of feelings for it, but I just feel like I hold myself accountable to how I let social media affect me. I feel, and this could be a whole nother conversation, which I'm not going to go into, but I do feel accountable to how my personal experience with social media is. which is why when I was too much, when I felt like it was getting in the way of me trying to figure out who I was changing and like who was I evolving into, I needed to step away in a sense, even though I just went away and started a new channel. But I needed that, you know, and even as I came back on, I needed to not be engaged in the comment section. Like I said, even if there was no negative comments, I needed to not like feel the hype of somebody like, yeah, girl, even though I love that, but I didn't want to feel like, I didn't want to like hear anybody's opinion, whether it was good or bad, because I didn't want that to like get in the way, you know, with like what felt right for me. You know, I didn't want to, cause sometimes also you can subconsciously like get fuel from people from positive comments, you know, and then sometimes you grow a reliance on it. So then when you don't get that, then that's where the problem, like then you start having these insecurities and blah, blah, blah. And then you start to pay attention to the one negative comment. I just crave and have craved for a while, like more intimate, deeper conversations that are not as surface level. And I think for me, being someone who's been on social media as a content creator for so many years now, since like 2016, I really do enjoy, you know, engaging in the comments. But I do feel like nowadays people, like the comments are different nowadays, you know, not everybody, and there's just so much content, and I don't know how valuable, like I just feel like I want to connect more on a one-to-one, face-to-face, like level. And I think when I did take that break off of social media, because I needed to like get a job, and I ended up, and to explore my other, like to explore and create a bunch of other channels that where I could like figure out what I wanted to do with this whole spiritual wellness astrology thing. And I ended up hosting virtual women's circles, and I started to like get comfortable with connecting with people face to face, or at least through the screen, rather than something out. I wasn't even comfortable. Like for so long, I was so comfortable with just like talking to a camera and then responding to comments, you know? And I did go on live here and there, and I did like I feel like I had a little thing during the pandemic where like I did like bring on people, but I just had more of those like one-to-one experiences to where I could see people's faces and like learn from them, like even like talking, you know, we can talk back and forth. I just feel like that's going to be more valuable in the future, and I just feel called to do more of that. So I'm going to do that. I want to, you know, I really want to, and I feel like that, you know, I'm not special. You know, like I said, I just wanted to put myself out there because I want to help people in all different ways. But I do feel like there's so many valuable other people like you guys who watch this that maybe are not interested in having a YouTube channel or whatever, but do want to like connect still with like-minded people. And I want to give you guys a platform to do that, to just maybe share your story or ask a question, you know, that you need guidance on or something around those lines. Just have conversations. And yeah, I think that's just something I want to do. So I want to bring on that experience. Like, I don't know, I want to just have conversations with you guys face to face, like, well, maybe through like Zoom, or like a live where we both come and we talk and kind of stuff like that. We talk about all things spiritual wellness, astrology. I can pull up your chart. We can just do like have little funsy things. I mean, still gonna talk about beauty, fashion, hair, whatever. So yeah, but I do want to intermingle astrology in there. So we'll be talking about your sign and talking about just certain things like that. And if you have questions and you want guidance on it, then I can give you a little bit of that. Okay. So I kind of just want to do that. So I am going to be going live, challenging myself. So starting today, or December 1st, which is maybe either today or tomorrow, depending on what day you're seeing this. But starting December 1st, I'm going to be going live every day of December. I know you guys are already rolling your eyes, but I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt to do this and commit to it. I'm going to be going on live on an app called Whatnot. So you will have to download the app, okay? If you really want to be like a part of this, like if you would like to be a guest on these things. But let me slow down. So I told myself I was going to go live. But knowing me, I realize I just get bored with the same thing. I need variety, and I need to be able to like express everything that I'm interested in. So I think I'm going to have certain days where I go on live with someone and we have just a conversation. We chat about astrology. I answer a question that you guys have. We'll have 1 hour, and it'll be really early in the morning. So once again, this is people who actually are interested, but it'll be like 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day. That's when I'll go on live, and I'll have like a couple days throughout the week to where I do the one-to-one chats. But then I'll have other days where I do like you'll just see me getting ready for work or getting ready for, wherever I'm going. Cause I want to include the like my like interest in like fashion and styling and being creative. And then we'll have, a time where you guys will see me like vibe into like music that I'm into and stuff like that, cause you guys know I like to dance a little bit, so yeah, so I'm going to be doing something on different days. So I will enter the calendar somewhere at some point, here or in the description box below, or a link, and it'll take you to kind of like the schedule that I kind of am going to have from now, right? Starting now. It may change because we are in Mercury retrograde. So I'm just going to be open to it changing. However, but right now this is a set time. This is a set thing. So yeah, if you would like to be a guest on my, to go live with me, you would just have to be okay with it being like live, and I'm going to repost it on my YouTube channel and post clips on my social media. So yeah, I would love to chat. This is an opportunity for like us to use social media for something amazing, and what I think it's meant for. It was created for, and that's to socialize and connect. Yeah, I really do think this is going to be something like, I think that is going to be important and perhaps grow in the future with maybe social media changing and having a weird time where people kind of viewed it as a negative thing. And hopefully we can, because we control social media in a sense, the people who are on it. So if we can like change it to be positive, more positive than negative, then I think we should do that. And that is the Aquarius talking, which, if you know anything about Aquarius, we are like, social media is like a very big theme as an Aquarius person, like connecting to a big group, combining technology with connecting to community and everything like that. And yes, Pluto is in Aquarius. So I do believe that social media is going to be going through a big like change, but I do think it's going to be for the better. But I do think it's going to take us, the people, to make that change. And that's just on social media, but in period, in the world and all the stuff like that, literally community is going to be everything. So I believe that it's important for you to find and connect with like-minded people, because we're going to need each other more than ever just in the future. And, so yeah, it's not about like doing things like you're stronger, we're like together, you've heard that saying, and that's very true, and it's going to be very true and very important. So yeah. Join me at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Whatnot Live. Either chatting with you guys, getting cute, vibing to music, whatever I decide to do. And then if you miss the lives, then I'll post the replay of it, like maybe whenever I get a chance to, on my YouTube channel, and clips up on Instagram and other stuff like that. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be talking. I'm just so excited. This is like so cool. I'm very excited. And yeah, all right, I'll see you soon. Let's chat. Let's connect.